Oh, let's unmute the mic. Hello and welcome everyone to finally, we managed to get streaming. If you were here at the beginning, there's probably been about 10 notifications for streams today. I was having issues with Streamlabs, of all things, something I've been using for a very long time. Um Unfortunately, it decided to crap out on me today. So, also, I'm not in focus. Let's fix that. That was a bit of a problem, and it was just causing skips and stuff. So if you were at the beginning of the streams where the notifications first started coming out, I do apologise for all the skips and all the issues we've been having over the last probably a few hours now, actually. But a suggestion from someone in chat. Who was it that suggested it? Let's do a shout out because it's only right that we shout out. Matt Garner, thank you very much, Matt Garner. Someone I've actually flown with on flight sim before. Never met in person or anything though, but yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. Matt Garner suggested, well, why don't you just try OBS? I know, right? Why didn't I try OBS? I should have just done this a long time ago. Anyway, we're now using OBS, and OBS is working perfectly. It's actually working much better than Streamlabs. So, yeah, as you can see, the layout is pretty much the same as what it is in Streamlabs. I don't know if you're aware, but you can have different scenes and things like that. So when we do like a cut scene to, say, the intro, which I actually completely forgot to do today. So let's do a cut scene to the intro. So yeah, as you can see, and the camera's gone, it will come back in a minute. There we go, I'm back. A bit of a delay. Alright, so yeah, there's different scenes, so I can import those from Streamlabs. Amazing, who'd have thought? Anyway, we can play, we can do whatever we need to do. I say play, simulate, we can simulate today, which is what we're going to do. So hopefully everything is working just fine in our main view, which we'll go over to right about now. And there we go. The only thing that's slightly different is above there the text has changed a little bit, so I'll sort that out another time. I really didn't want to be doing that right now. It's just the wrong font, basically. I think that's all it is. So, yeah, how annoying is that? Wasted like a few hours. Literally is only me and my son in today, so it was the perfect time to do a stream. So hopefully when they're all out at the minute, when they come back in a minute, they're not going to be too noisy. If they're noisy, I'm probably going to have to just dip away for a few minutes to sort that out. But we'll see what happens. Shall we just get on with the stream? So we're in Papua New Guinea today. Again, we're in Papua New Guinea today, and as you can see on the screen down below, and you've seen on the starting soon bit, we're hopping along Papua New Guinea from west, east, no, north, south, east, west, west, West New Guinea to the Papua New Guinea area that we know and love from Missionary Bush Pilot and things like that. If you watch him on YouTube, I highly suggest you go and watch him. Awesome guy, Ryan that is, who is soon to name his channel Mr. Bush Pilot. Shh, don't tell anyone. Anyways, yeah, if you follow him, you already know that. So yeah, he's going to be changing his name to Mr. Bush Pilot, which I think is actually quite cool. But anyway, that's for another time. Just go and follow him, Missionary Bush Pilot. Soon to change his name to Mr. Bush Pilot, and yeah, he's well worth it if you like bush flying and you like the Kodiak, which is what we're flying in today. So shall we just make sure we can actually get in the aircraft and it doesn't crash? So we're going to load that up now. And also down the bottom there, heart rate, and it's actually quite high, probably because of all the stress of getting this damn stream working, and we finally are now working. Hopefully you can see me, right? Type in chat if you can see me and hear me before we get too far. I didn't actually check that. Anyway, while you're busy typing on the keyboard, you can't see it on the stream, but actually had so I've got an itchy nose. I've moved my desk around. At some point I'll do a video over on our YouTube channel of my little tiny setup, if it warrants a video. Maybe a small 5-minute video. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I need some content, so that seems as good as setup as any. Good as setup as any. Good chance to do some content anyway. And you'll see my mess. It's not quite finished yet, which is why I haven't already done it, but that is why. So today, yeah, we're in the wonderful Kodiak. If I can move the plane, Yes, I can. Excellent. I thought it crashed just then. So, yeah, where are we? We are... Is this a default airfield? For a default one? No, I think this might be an add-on. I think this is definitely an add-on airfield. So, if you want to come and join in, you're more than welcome to. Bear in mind, I'm running the beta version of Flight Sim, so basically Sim Update 10 beta. So, I'm not entirely sure that those that aren't in the beta can see people that are. So if you want to join, you're more than welcome to fly along, but you may not see me, but you'll see me on stream. So we'll be there in our hearts. Anyways, before this gets a little bit weird, bear in mind, also, I can't see the chat. So how do I get the chat up? Because I'm not using Streamlabs. I'm so used to seeing the chat up on the screen on Streamlabs, but you don't get that option on OBS. At least I don't know where to look. So... any suggestions? If you've got any suggestions about how I can add a chat, like bar or something, that would be amazing, because I wouldn't have to look at my phone then. And let's just see if this works. Yeah, I can see the chat on the screen here. So if you've typed anything previously, then I'm not going to see it, but anything from this point on, I'll see it on my mobile phone as we're flying along. So yeah, more than welcome to come and fly along. So Whiskey Alpha Victor Golf is where we are currently, or WAVG, and if you want the name of that, I can't remember. It was on the screen a minute ago, so I can't go back to that. I'll have to end the flight. Matt Garner says all good. Excellent, good. I'm glad to hear that. I definitely need a little bit of coffee. I hope you're all doing well as can be, given everything that's going on, but we're not going to be political or anything like that. We're just going to stick to our good old flight sim. We're going to keep it that way. A little bit of, escapism, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. And let's get this aircraft started up. So I don't... yeah, of course the flight plan is already going to be there. So, right, let's see if I can remember how to start this up. So we're going to put the fuel cut-off on. We'll do that in a minute. Fuel pumps. Fuel cut, no, that's the fuel cut off. Oh, I'm forgetting. I haven't flown this for a little while, so it might be, I might do something wrong. Hopefully we don't blow the engine. What do they call this one down here? This is the firewall fuel shut off. Okay, right. So firewall is on, power on. Hopefully the mic is louder than the aircraft, because I noticed on the last stream, which was quite a while ago now, my mic was very quiet. So if it's really quiet and you can't hear anything, let me know. I can fix it. The one thing I can fix. So, oh, itchy nose. Right, so there we go. Let's enable these Garmins. I've gone back to the NXI version of the Garmin as well, because the one in Sim Update 10, the one they're integrating in to Sim Update 10, which will be out soon, actually, next week, is crap, to be honest with you. I don't like the menu system on it. This one is far more detailed. The menu is actually correct as it would be in the G1000. The one in the default, the one they're going to put in the default version, or the default G1000 that's coming with Sim Update 10, they've kind of made it easy for people to read, I think, on consoles and stuff. So I can see why they did that, but I don't like it. I like the actual look of the G1000 menus. I want them to look real, you know. So anyways, that's my little rant over. Beacon on, and ignition on, and here we go. And let's get this thing started. Oh, we're doing high start, oops. Wait for that to be 14% NG. I think we're going to have to do...
Whiskey Alpha Victor
no,
Golf.
it's going to continue to start. Good, we've got a good start so far.
Taking off runway tree 5 departure to the north.
Oh, ITT popped up. That went up really quick. I'm going to go to high idle now. I'm just going to let that settle a minute. But yeah, how are you doing? Let me know in chat how you're doing. It looks like it's barely moving. Honestly, it's moving. There we go. You can see it. It's just the way it looks on the camera, but it's definitely moving. I'm going to turn the game sounds down just a little bit. Get rid of ATC for just a moment. Yeah, so we've also managed to get this bit up here as well, if I can get my hand in the right position. This is difficult. This bit here, we've managed to copy that over as well, which is really neat. Just so you can see my vertical speed, airspeed, and all that good stuff. So it looks like today we're taking off runway 35 to our first, which is only 11.9 nautical miles away. And if we just scroll out a little bit here, you can see our path today. Oh, hello. So really, really not that far. I'm not unfamiliar with most of these airfields that we're going into, so what we'll probably end up doing is doing a flyby and then working out our best approach for that particular airfield. I think that's the best way to do it. Oh, what's going on here? Why is this all black? Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, let's get generator on, alternator on, aux bus and avionics on. Strobes, navs, and a taxi light. Right, there's one thing that I just want to make sure that I can actually show up on the screen, and that's takeoff power. Hey, that's still there. Oh, yes, excellent. So this is the actual takeoff power that's plastered on the missionary bush pilot aircraft, or used to be. He doesn't fly at the minute because he's taken a year's break from doing that particular thing. So this is what he has stuck to the cockpit of the aircraft. So we are going to try and use that if we can. So this, you may not know this, but the version of the Kodiak 100 that he flies is version 1. This is version 2. I don't know what the differences are. If you know what the differences are, please do post them, but I have no idea. Phoenix, OBS is the way, no lag in external view now. Excellent. Oh really? No lag in external view? Oh, do you know what? I completely forgot about checking that. Wow. Well spotted. Well spotted indeed. Nice. That's what we want. No lag in external view. That was always one of the other things as well that was going on. This is also using hardware NEVC encoding, which is using the graphics card for the encoding. And it all just seems to be working fine. Hey, the thumbs up. Thank you. So that's cool. I'm glad that's working. Right, shall we get out of here? Flaps to 20 for takeoff. Let's check the rudder pedals are working, which they currently are. And flight ready. Okay, cool. Landing light on. Cabin light to normal. Now it should be, or it was when I started the sim earlier, about 8 o'clock. Let's just check what the time actually is. I normally try and start about 8 o'clock, so it's actually in the afternoon. So what we're going to do, we're going to move it forward a bit, back a bit, and make it about 8 o'clock. I don't know why, I just like to take off in the morning. So there we go. It's like kind of a virtual day's work. Do you know what I mean? So, before I spit all over my keyboard, because that is disgusting, let's get the heck out of Dodge. Starter off before we damage the starter, because you can damage the starter in the Kodiak 100. We're going to give ourselves as much runway as possible. Now I have actually taken off from this airfield before. I do recognise this one, so from a previous flight that I've done. Looks like we've got hardly any wind. Oh, this is a downhill. Oh wow. Okay, so let's just straighten up a minute. I'm going to go just to the tip of the hill here, because we need to do a couple more things first, so we're not quite straight there. Let's just finish off here. So right rudder right rudder is, if you're unfamiliar with the rudder, it's this bit here. This plane needs right rudder on takeoff. It's just what it needs. And this one, I think it's about there. This is the elevated trim, or you're going to have a really hard time taking off. Now, I haven't flown this one for a long time, and this may go terribly bad. If it does, we're just going to reset and forget it ever happened. I think that's the best course of action. Alright, so our altitude is currently 5,100, so let's bring up takeoff power. So 5,100, so let's basically go 5,000, it's closer to 5,000 for takeoff. Altitude here, and our outside air temperature, if I can get that on the screen as well so you can see that, is currently 17 degrees. So 5,700, so we need 1,500. Yeah, we're going to go for 15. It's between 15 and 20, isn't it? So we'll go for 15, maybe 1550. 4. Yeah, we'll go for 15. We'll go for 15. Right, 1,500 RPM. So this bit here, we're looking at 15 before we let go of the brakes. Hopefully. Let's see what happens, shall we? Okay, flaps 20. Lock the harness. Fuel is set. Fuel on for both sides, and we're ready to go. Let's reposition my view. If I'm doing a lot of fiddling, checking and stuff, it's because I haven't flown this for a while. And although this is a sim, although words, yeah, words. Although it's a sim, you know, it's still kind of a little bit stressful. All right, 1,500 RPM. Let that build up slowly. Oh, God, I thought that tanker truck was going to run in front of the... Okay, we're over talking. I'm not going to get to 1,500 here. 14. I'm at max power that I can't get 15. Alright, we'll just have to go with what we got then. And downhill we go. Airspeed is alive. 50, 60, and we're going to take off. And airborne. I'm just going to hold it at a 5-degree pitch there a minute, get our speed up and flaps up a little bit. Okay, we're above 90, so we can pitch up to about 7.5 degrees now. There it is, that's where we've just taken off from. Lovely job. Coming in and landing on that one is something different, that's for sure. Okay, we're doing a 10% pitch there, so let's pitch down to 7.5. And let that speed come back up in a minute. I tell you what, Sim Update 10, smoothness, because you can do DLSS stuff now on the graphics card, if you've got an RTX graphics card, is out of this world. It's so much smoother than Sim Update 9 ever was. I'm not even kidding. So you've got really something to look forward to when Sim Update 10 comes out, that's for sure. You need to remove the chart on the screen. Yes, I do. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. Damn it, you missed the takeoff. Oh well, don't worry, there'll be plenty more. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, let's bring our prop back to 2,000 thereabouts. Hopefully that'll settle down in a minute. Outside view, here we go. Let's rotate. So smooth. Oh, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Nose down a bit. We're at over a 10-degree pitch. Oh, it's a bit foggy on the hills over here, so that could be interesting. So basically what we're doing at the minute is we are just coming back round to the next one, which is not that far away. Whiskey Alpha Victor Bravo is where we're going to next, if you want to come and join in. I've tried to pick airfields on this little hop, or this bunch of hops that are not too easy, but not too hard at this point. Like I said, I haven't flown for a while, so I want to kind of ease back into it. And we're going to bring the torque back to 1250, roughly. Okay, that's just gone. $12.50. Oh, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're going to keep our landing lights on because we're literally going to be there in a few minutes, less than 5 minutes, 4 minutes 45 there according to the ETE. And you'll be able to see that over there as well, I think. Will you see it? No, you won't see ETE because that doesn't show it. It only shows ETE for airliners travel, I think. So, yeah, you won't see that at the minute, which is a shame. But zoom in on the MFD there. Oh, I've got a notification. So the family is coming home, so there might be noise in a minute. I will have to probably just step away for a few minutes, but hopefully we can land before then. And I'll step away for a few minutes and then we'll come back and carry on with our journey. Yeah, the smoothness of it is just incredible. You have to play it to believe it. And if you haven't got an NVIDIA graphics card or an RTX supported graphics card, don't worry, because there are other things you can do. You can do the AMD FX sharpening as well, which isn't a performance enhancement. It does just sharpen it up a little bit. So that's something you can do as well that doesn't need an NVIDIA graphics card. Also, I have purchased Navigraph. Now, I don't know, we'll have a look in a minute after we've landed at this next one, whether we can use Navigraph for bush flying around here. I don't know. It would be really interesting to know if we could do that. I haven't used SimBrief to plan the flights out or anything like that, so that's why we're not using it right this second. Just basically VFR flying. So I can do that from the tooltip up here now. If I bring that up, it'll probably show my previous flight. Bearing in mind, I don't have autopilot enabled, so let's just make sure I don't hit that mountain. That'll be good. Okay, let's level off a little bit. I think that might be the airfield we're landing at. I can just about see it there on the left wing. I think that is it. So we're going to... Well, at least we can see which direction it is, so we might actually be able to just come back a bit. Do 10 degrees of flaps and start our descent now, because we're pretty much in line with this one actually. We're going to bring our speed back a bit. We might be too high. As I said, we've already got our landing lights on. See how it goes. We might come in from the other side. Not actually sure. None of these, apart from the one we've just taken off, and maybe the destination, are airfields that I've ever been to before. So, or at least I don't recall ever going to them. So these are completely new. Some of them have been modified. If you're on PC and you're playing this on PC, you can download updated. Like strips from someone called Wontok, who edits a lot of the airfields in PNG. He's done a great job actually of clearing them and moving the trees where they should be and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that really helps. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll go round and we'll come from the other side, I think. Let's just check the wind. We've actually still got our right rudder on. Oh, we've got a little bit of a freeze going on. Hello. So yeah, that still happens. But that could just be my computer. Other than that, it's super smooth, as you can see. Hopefully the stream can see that, because obviously I'm only streaming at 60 FPS. But so yeah, let's start going down a bit. I think that's probably the safer approach to come in on that way. that? Runway 20. 28. Runway 28. And we've got no wind. There's literally no wind. That can't be right, surely. There's never no wind. There's literally never, ever, in all the time I've been flying around PNG, has there been zero wind. So I don't quite know what's going on there. Okay, so we're going to go down a bit more. Let's just have a quick look behind. We are cheating by using external view here, obviously. But, you know, it's only a sim. Okay. Put in our 20 degrees of flaps in just a moment. At 20 now. See it coming up in a minute. There it is. And there we go. This will be the first landing in quite some time, so fingers crossed. It feels like we've got a bit of a crosswind yet, no data on the right rudder trim, that's why we're pulling to the right a little bit. So I'm going to counteract that with a little bit of left rudder and full flaps. And we are committed. Windsock is completely down, so literally no wind, so that's good. A little bit off centre. Hopefully we can still stop in time. Oh, the windsock is moving around a little bit. Okay, a little bit rough there. And some reverse. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull in here a minute. Family's going to be back in just a moment. I'm going to go for a quick, I know, I've just started. I know that. But there's a couple of things I need to do quickly. But yeah, now's your time to come in and join in if you want to come and join in. If you can see me, you can see me. If you can't, then just fly along, I guess. That's fine. So what do we get there? -1 feet per minute as we came down, 61 knot landing speed, 1.06 Gs. Sounds good. Felt a bit bumpy. And it definitely felt like there was a crosswind, but you know, obviously we had our right rudder trim on, so I'm going to go and taxi just over there a minute, because we probably need a little bit of fuel. So I think I'm on a path, but shush, don't tell anyone. Go over here. Slow down. Oh, there we go. I think I'm a guy that does pushback here at this airfield, really? I'm just going to come and park over here just a moment. We don't really need pushback, not really. We can just like literally do a 180, 360. So we are going to shut down the engine for just a moment. Just to save on fuel. And we're going to leave our flaps up. There we go. It's a nicely done airfield, this one, actually. I'm quite impressed by it. I don't know whether it is actually a tarmacked airfield, but I'd imagine... I mean, he tends to do them true to life. So I'd imagine it is, but it's not one I've ever flown to before, but it's pretty easy to land at. So, yeah. I'm going to be back in just a moment, alright? And we'll continue where we left off. But now's the time to come in. Get your flight sims loaded up. Get yourself in. And who knows where the wind will take us. Oh no, that was corny. I'll be right back.
I wanna be with you. Just tell me what you want. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Just tell me what you need. I wanna be with you. Águilas del monte. Águilas del monte. Como el pavo real. Águilas del monte. Del monte será, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real. Siéntelo. 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 Águilas del monte. Águilas del monte. Del monte será, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real. Águilas del monte será, se le oye la voces. Pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real, se le oye la voces, como el pavo real. And if I was a liar, I would hate you. But I can't escape the fact that I need you. Why can't you be the one that I don't want? Why can't you be the one? Why can't you be the one? I'm trying to figure out how to be the thing you're thinking about. What would it take for you to play this out? Got to be the thing you're thinking about. Tell me something, be the half of the thing I've never had. I'm trying to figure out how to be the thing you're thinking about. How to be the thing. How to be the thing you're thinking about. How to be the thing you're thinking about. How to be the Everybody's begging me to hold off, chasing my tail, trying to show off. Cause every piece of me you gotta hold on, that hold on. And I'm just being honest cause I miss you. And I'm tired of waiting for you to come through. So why am I still still giving in. My eyes linger, visions of what could be. See my own creation, can't fuck with me. Sweet poison, numbing my brain. Walls breathing, whispering. Fixated, changing my ways. It's getting too much. I need a break. Do you feel like I need it? My thoughts are deceiving. Do you feel like I need it? My thoughts are deceiving.
another day in this hell world. Hey, I don't let it in, I get by, okay. Step through the fog, how am I feeling today? Well, you know. See, I was doing great till the happiness tax. Round 4 p.m. it just hits like that. Yeah, some of my best days still go bad, but you know, I've been trying to figure it out. Oh, there's gotta be some kind of reason why I've been feeling so down. I did everything right, but it still feels like the sky's falling down. It's my enemy brain ain't cooperating, it's beating me down, and it's freaking me out. Okay, I can't quite tell if it's cool or depraved. Having pizza for breakfast for the last 5 days. How am I gonna shake this bad vibe haze? Well, I don't know. If I fall down and don't know how am I meant to pick myself up right now? Seems like maybe I should know by now, but you know, I've been trying to figure it out. Oh, there's gotta be some kind of reason why I've been feeling so down. I did everything right, but it still feels like the sky's falling down. It's my enemy brain ain't cooperating, it's beating me down, and it's freaking me out. Yeah. You could say that I'm outcast, misery and I'm outclassed, viciously by the hard times. Could be me or my bad mind. I wish to be with my people, trying stuff for no reason. Might discover some meaning. Why am I here overthinking? I'm just trying to figure it out. I've been searching and can't find a reason why I'm the mess I am now. How am I supposed to relax through competing with all of the stress and the doubt? I'm too close to the canvas, I gotta step back, I can do this, but how? I guess I'll keep trying to figure it out. Oh, there's gotta be some kind of reason.
Alrighty then, let's get going. We're back. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick up too much other background noise, and the camera comes back on. There we go, camera's back on. And I've got food, which is yummy. Alright. So we actually have people now, which is great, because we had no one on board before. So we picked up some people and some boxes as well. So we've got a little bit of weight now to account for as well. Alright, let's get this party started. Ignition on, start on, fuel on. Fuel, firewall is on. We'll use this display for now. And low start. Wait for that 14% NG and then get that up. And looks like we have a good start. Let's switch that over to the MFD now. And fuel pump off. Leave the starter on for just a minute. Prop forward. And starter off. Aux bus on, ignition off. I think we're good now. And quesadilla. If you don't know what quesadilla is, Google it. Quesadilla. Oh boy. Right, the next hop is even smaller. It's actually less than 4 miles, 3.3 nautical miles to go. Such a tiny little hop. We still had a bypass on as well, I just noticed. Cabin lights to normal. And I think we are good to go. Okay, so we're going to taxi up to the end of the runway and head on out. So yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of back taxiing here. So hopefully there's no one coming in, because we've got no ATC coverage right now. Struggling to keep it on that centre line there with the separation I've got on the rudder pedals and the steering. Managed to separate those out now. Give me a bit more control on taxiing, when especially for the larger aircraft. Alright, let's flip around. Get ourselves on the centre line. Bit wobbly there. Alright, prop forward, engine idle, high. Landing lights on, bypass we'll leave on. Did I turn the lights on? Get those on anyway. And our next one, yep, 3.4 miles away. Get those flaps. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, let's check. What we need to do is bring up takeoff power first. So we are currently at 4,500. So between there and there, obviously, and our temperature is 19 degrees, so a little bit hotter than it was earlier. So getting 1,500 roughly, or should we say about 14? Let's go 1480. Maybe we'll be able to reach that this time, because we couldn't reach 1,500 before. So. And plus we got a little bit of extra weight this time. Here we are. 14, let's bring that back just a little bit. There we go, 1440. Airspeed is alive. 50 and 60, rotate. A little bit risky on takeoff there. Nosed up too much, so I think probably we've got something configured wrong. So we're at a 7.5 degree climb in a minute. We're going to nose down just a little bit and get our speed back up a bit.
Biac Center Whiskey November Delta 100 is type 1 miles east of Whiskey Alpha Victor Bravo, 4,500 feet.
We're looking for that 90 knot speed there so we can get the flaps up to 10.
Squawk 00 tree. Squawk 00
You might hear background
tree,
noise until I
Whiskey
can put the
November
filters on
Delta
in a minute.
100.
And then we're about to hit 90. So flaps to 10.
Radar contact 2 miles east of Whiskey Alpha Victor Bravo, 4,600 feet.
There we go.
QNH 29.901.
And then once we reach 100, hopefully,
Roger, Whiskey November
we
Delta
will do
100.
flap 0. And we're pretty much almost there, so we're going to keep our flaps at 10 because we're going to be coming down in a minute. And let's find this runway. We are very, very close now. Somewhere over on our right here. Definitely tell there's extra weight in here, that's for sure. Okay, so we are heading in the right direction. Is it that down there? Is that it? It's along the river, so I think that is the one. So we're going to head along the river. River? Okay, we're going to do flap 0 for a moment, get our speed up a bit. And there it is down on our, well, right in front of us basically, so that looks like it could be it. Oh, I've still got the thing up on the screen. Guys, didn't remind me. Chart, thank you Phoenix. Oh my god. It's got to be a better way. I'll try and make sure I don't do it for this one. That is... Yeah, so we've got one approach on that one. There's definitely no way we can take it from this way. Well, you can't see the mouse there. Definitely no way we can take it from that. So... And no windsock. Do we have wind data yet? No, still no wind data, so I don't quite know what's going on there. Maybe it's broken, it's in update 10 beta. We're losing airspeed as well, so we need to sort that out. We're going to come around this mountain here, try and get our speed up a little bit, and then we'll figure out how we're going to take this approach. Thanks for the reminder of the chart again. So useless. Lots to consider when you come into an airfield that you're unfamiliar with no ATC coverage. And our speed is dragging, that's for sure. Let's nose it down to 5 degrees. Okay, we may have got ourselves into a bit of a pickle here. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and do a really steady and slow climb up over this mountain. I have a feeling this is going to be a disaster. Yeah, we're not going to make it. I have a feeling we're just not going to make it. Yeah, we're going to get into a stall now. Alright, so let's go back. How do I go back? There we go. We're going to go back and we're going to try that. Whoa, Jesus. We're cheating a little bit, but we're going to go back and we're going to do this again from... Where's the river? Where's the river? Not back far enough yet. There's the river, so let's follow the river along. I've lost the runway. Ah, there it is. Right, so we're going to come back here. Why does that move so fast? I mean, how can you... Okay, we might be able to do that.
Stop, 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 stop.
Oh, Jesus.
Stop, 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 stop.
Let's get our speed up. And do a pull-up. Gradual, very slow pull-up, because we don't want to stress the wings. Bring the engine back up, and then we'll get ourselves out of this stall. Okay, we got out of the stall. Okay, we're fine. Right, let's go back to this runway and try that again without crashing this time. It's a good job this is a simulator. You only get one shot. So there it is. So we're going to make our approach now. 10 degrees of flaps. And 20. Coming in a bit fast here. What I feel sorry for is passengers on board right now. Still too fast. I'd love to see how they actually do this for real. I'm assuming the lighter grassy area here is actually the runway. That's what we're aiming for anyway. Ah! Don't freeze on landing, seriously. Okay. Oh my god, not a good time for the sim to freeze there. Okay, we're not going to use reversers. I don't think there's any much need to. Just a little bit of medium braking. That was extremely stressful. Let's get right up to the end of the runway this time. And we're not moving. Why are we not moving? It's not that much of a slope. We should be moving. Okay. Let's try that again. Why can't we move? We should be moving. There should be enough thrust in this thing to make it move up this tiny little bit of a slope. I've had this issue before though, with other airfields here. I don't think it's an aircraft issue. I really don't. So we're going to just park it here a moment. Do a low idle. And I've got to do a thing, and I'll be right back. And we are back once again. Oh, let's change view. Alright. Our next is, I believe, let's get back into the cockpit, that would be helpful. So our next one is a little bit longer now, 13.8, still quite short really in the grand scheme of things. Wowie. We're going to Wowie next. Now one thing I've noticed in Flight Sim is that some of the airfields around this area, they have different ICAO codes, but they're all named the same, which is really weird. I don't know, next time you're looking for somewhere to fly in this particular area, have a look and you'll see what I mean. But the good thing is, if you haven't already been made aware of this or you didn't know about this, Papua New Guinea, this area, this whole island, is being done officially for Microsoft Flight Sim. They are actually working on it. Don't know when it's coming out, but they're working on it, which is really great to know. So I'm yeah, really excited for that. Really, really good. So prop forward. What we're going to do is try and turn around, or I might just have to cheat and go up the runway because for some reason it won't move. It just seems to be stuck. I have no idea why. So we're going to let some passengers off, I think, because we actually have passengers and boxes today. Cargo and boxes. I think we're probably overloaded by the look of that, but there could be really, gold balls or something in it. I don't know. What's our weight? Yeah, not even at our max takeoff weight. 2,975 kilograms. Our max takeoff weight is 3,291. We are at our aft limit though, aft limit. So let's get rid of some of the cargo shelf boxes. I don't know how much it needs to go down by, so we're going to do 40 and see if that reduces the height a little bit. I don't actually know. Oh, so we're out of our CG limit now, so what we need to do is reduce the weight of the front ones. We're in our CG limit now. So because I've just had dinner, we're going to make the pilot and the co-pilot a bit heavier. Brings our CG limit forward just a little bit. Right, let's see if we can get up this hill. No, it didn't lower the boxes. Interesting. As you can see, the boxes in the back there, floor to ceiling, basically. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so let's get in position. Let's see if we can just move firstly before we look at takeoff power and all that jazz. We are moving. We are moving. Okay, so maybe we're just a little bit too heavy. So that's fine, we don't need to cheat. Get ourselves lined up a little bit. Alright, I think we can take off fine here. One thing we've got to be aware of is this mountain at the top there, so basically take off left-hand turn out of there. So I reckon hopefully we can take off by this building here, which... Am I moving forward? No, I'm not, it's just the camera moving. Yeah, hopefully by this dark building here we can take off by. Now we are a little bit lighter. I think we should be okay. I'm going to bring that back just a little bit. And I think we're good to go. Excuse me. Alright. So our next one is 13.8 miles away. Nautical miles, sorry. Nautical miles. 20 degrees of us. Thank you for that. We'll line up in a minute. Although there it doesn't look like we're lined up, but here it does. Look at that. That way it looks like we're slightly going in that direction, but here it looks like, I don't know. Let's just get out of here. Alright, takeoff power is going to be, so 19 degrees still, so we'll say 20, and our altitude 4,360, so a little bit lower this time. 1570, we're never going to reach 1570. Not even reach 15, let alone 1570. But we'll try, see what happens. And we're away. $14.50 is the max I saw. And that's 50. And 60, and by the black thing there, take off. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've still got something set wrong here, so we'll go back and check that in a minute once we land at the next one. I think I need to adjust the trim a little bit. We're just going to follow this terrain out this way just so we can get enough altitude, because we're currently not high enough to get over these mountains, clearly. And 90. 10 degrees of flaps. Just going to follow this bit of river going on here. Oh, I've left it on the screen again. Ah! I would just give up reminding me. At least you better memorize the takeoff power and stuff for this aircraft. And we're over 100, so no flaps. Okay, so hopefully we can get around this mountain here, this series of mountains here, and get to our next destination, which is Wowie. Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Indigo is our next one. Trim it back a minute. That's probably not helping with our climb rate, that's for sure. Minus 4% on the trim, a little bit more, minus 2. Oh, we're climbing too high now. Gone way off our course here, but that's fine because we need to go over these mountains anyway, so our altitude is our priority right now. Right, I think we're good, so we can turn. I'm pretty sure it was down this way. Let's find out. Can't get over the views, that's for sure. Everything is on everything is on pretty much ultra in the settings now, whereas before that you couldn't even do that. not even on 3070s. So it's a hell of an improvement. That's for sure. And it looks like they might have fixed, I don't know about in VR, but they might have fixed the delay or the weirdness going on with the display on the screens using DLSS. You can still just about see it there. It looks kind of fuzzy. That is even worse in VR, so I kind of haven't done VR until they fix that yet, because you can't see the displays properly. It all looks like it's fuzzy. It's really, really difficult to kind of read where you're going, and you kind of need to read the displays, that's for sure. So, alright, so prop back down to, if I can grab it. There, sorry for the background noises. Okay, I think we need to go in that direction to get back on track. Basically following this river here on the screen that you can see where the mouse cursor is moving. Try and follow that river down. Ah, there we go. OBS wasn't on for some reason. So there's our track. So yeah, I was right, follow that river. So we are going to trim down a little bit because I'm having to push forward a little bit just to try and keep it stable. So we're going to trim down, and hopefully I can just let it fly by letting go. We're not going to use autopilot for this, at least not for this leg anyway. We've still got right rudder trim on as well, so that's why we're pulling to the right a little bit. So I'm counteracting that manually at the moment. We'll get rid of the right rudder trim in just a moment. Let's make that left turn to get back on track. Can't quite see how far away we are. 8.9 miles to go now, so really not that far. So in the update, that when Papua New Guinea comes out and they fix the mesh, that will be, hopefully they fix the mesh. By mesh I mean the height data and all that kind of stuff. It really needs looking at. A lot of people have done a lot of work to get rid of some of the spikes that you see in it. Excuse me. But yeah, hopefully they can improve that a lot, because it really needs it. It's a popular place, I believe, to fly. Right. Gained a little bit of speed now. 6.3 nautical miles left to go. That's just, I'm just going to bring up, you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to bring up Volanta. Hopefully. I use that just to record flights and stuff. See if it can show me the weather. Where we're going. It's not showing me the weather. That's okay. I've got Flight Sim Toolkit, which is what I use for that data up on the right hand side up there. So Flight Sim Toolkit is normally pretty good at showing the weather charts. Or radar, anyway. Nope, it looks good. Right, so let's get rid of that rudder trim now. Right rudder trim. so we can fly coordinated and nice and straight. I think that's about right. So what I might do actually is try and get us on track and put autopilot on. Just altitude hold at 6,200 or something. And put nav mode on. It should get us back on track, hopefully. Hopefully. No, it's just flying us in a straight line. Excellent. Oh, we're coming up close. We're nearly there. Oh, okay, so autopilot off. We're actually nearly there. God, I thought we were closer, further away than that. Okay, so let's have a look outside. So we should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. So looks like we can approach this from either direction. I would say. Can't see a windsock. Definitely can't see it out that window. So that's why we're doing this. No windsock. Just a generic airfield by the looks of it. I don't even think this is an add-on one. So we are going way too fast right now, so we're going to bring that speed back. At least I know I'm flying parallel to the airfield, so that's a good sign. Don't worry, we're not going to crash into the mountain, but we are going to do a turn. Prop forward. And we're going to put on our 10 degree flaps a little bit early. Just to help us lose some of that speed. See that runway yet? Is that it there? I think that might be it there, so that's where we're going. Or is it over there? Hang on, let's have a look on there. No, it's over there. Still can't see it visually though. Apparently it's right in front of me. I think I might have to do another flyby again. Is that it? I think that is it. I lost my bearings there by the looks of it, so... Okay, we'll try it from this direction then. Yeah, I think that is it. Basically right behind me. Wasn't actually parallel to it at all. We'll head for this mountain here, do our turn, and hopefully we'll be in the right direction. Hopefully. Right, let's make our turn now. Try and keep that 4,000 roughly. Actually, we're going up. We do not want to go up. 20 degrees flaps now. And I think that's it right in front. few trees there on approach by the looks of it, but we'll see what happens, shall we? And we're going to go full flaps now. Tree on approach. Might have to do a bit of heavy braking here and reverse, I think. Definitely this one hasn't been looked at, that's for sure. Trees on approach here are awful, so hopefully I can get out of here. Reverse. Come on. Slow down, slow down. And there we go. Right, so it's going to be a bit tough to get out of here, so we're going to have to lose a lot of weight here. Definitely a lot of weight. We need as much runway as we can get here. What do you reckon? Can I get out of here? That's the question. Can I get out of here without losing weight? I don't think I can. Judging by the previous takeoff so far, I think I'm going to have to back up as much as I possibly can to get out of here without hitting those trees. Oh boy. Alright, so let's work on reducing some of that weight. So let's look at the boxes. Way too high. So we're going to bring the boxes down to 30. Hopefully that's enough to reduce the size and the weight. Enough to get out of here. I really do hope so. Let's just check that out. Still hasn't gone down. Jeez, how much does it need to go down? What the hell's going on with the weight? We're going to fight everything. If this... okay, that just took a while to show up, I guess. So, very, very strange. So we're going to go down to 20 now. Oh, we're doing it's cargo bay. It doesn't say pod, actually. I wonder if it's the pod underneath. That's why I'm not seeing any difference. I think I'm adjusting the pod. I think that's what I'm doing. Cargo bay is the pods underneath. So if I get rid of that, because there's 3 compartments in this. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm adjusting that. That's why I'm not seeing any visible difference in the weight. So what? Done it again. Let's just wait a sec for it to come back. Wakey, wakey. There we go. So the front row, we've got 2 rows. So actually the others are cargo. So the first 2 rows are people, obviously. Left and right. So it's these ones here. Row 3 onwards that we need to adjust. So we're going to do 45. See if that's enough to bring the weight down. I don't want to make it too easy, but I also don't want to make it too hard. You know what I'm saying? I want to at least bring down 1 layer of boxes. That's what we need to do. Too hard, Tech. What do you mean? Welcome, by the way. Hello. How are you? Too hard. Mer. 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 Right. Yes, finally. We managed to get 1 layer of boxes off the top of the rear of the aircraft. So that should change our CG limit, which should help us a little bit. Help us take off a little bit. Oh boy. I'm really a little bit nervous about this. So we're going to try and get as much runway as we possibly can here. The grass, anyway, grass. So we're going to do an about turn and get the heck out of here. But let's first find out where we're going to next. So our next one is actually... For some reason it doesn't think we're landed at the runway, so it thinks we're not there yet. So I can't see the next leg of the journey. What the hell? Let me just check Volanta or something like that, just to verify that I'm actually at the right place. Am I not? No, according to this, the marker for the... I think if I went the other end, it would show me as here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down the other end. Maybe taking off in this direction is preferable. Myrrh. Myrrh to you, to Codename Chloe. How are you doing? Alright, I'm going to try going down the other end of the runway here. You said you don't want to make it too hard. Make it too soft or too hard. Hang on, I've lost what we're talking about. Oh, taking off. You said you don't want to make it too soft or too hard. Yeah, I know what you're saying. How can it be too hard or too soft? I just want it to be a normal takeoff, you know? That's all I want. Just a normal takeoff. Hey, Mayday Toupee. I love your name, by the way. That's pretty awesome. Penny drops, yes, finally. It finally did drop. Thank you. I got a wing floating on my screen. What the heck? Alright, it still doesn't recognise that I'm at the airfield yet. Come on, I want that to change to the next leg. Just so I know how far I've got. Surely you should be flying a helicopter for that sort of thing. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But, you know, they can't afford one. So we got a Kodiak. And plus, I ain't trained for helicopter. Alright, I think this might be a bit better. It's a little bit lower there, that area there, so I might just be able to glide through it. Is it because you're on grass? Is what because I'm on grass? No. Is it because I'm on grass? No, it's just because it's a really short field and I'm carrying weight, and I can imagine that in real there aren't trees right at the end of the runway. They would have definitely got those cleared out so you could come in nice and smooth, but I don't know. So we're just going to see how it goes, I think. So temperature's definitely warming up now. It is now what? What is the actual time? What's the in-game time? I don't actually know what the in-game time is. Let's have a look up here. So, yeah, we're not doing real wood time, so it's 9:24 now in the morning in Papua New Guinea. So let's go short takeoff and landing in a Kodiak. It's definitely short takeoff and landing. Yeah. Can't promise it's going to be a successful one, but I don't know. Let's just. I can probably go back a bit more to give myself a bit more room, but out of 10, put in chat out of 10 how much you think I'm going to be able to take off successfully without crashing. So 10 is I will take off, 0 is I'm not going to take off or I'm going to crash and burn. Yeah, put that in chat now while I just have a bite of this. This is really yummy, by the way. -1. Get out of here. What's that? Crash before I even take off? How does that work? So what's the feet? Or elevation or the length of the runway? Let's find out, shall we? I don't know if it's going to be on that graph. I think I've just killed the engine. Why has the engine just died? Okay, looks like we're going to have to do a restart here. This has happened before. And that should not have happened. Oil pressure dropped, so we're going to do a restart. Interesting. Was I correct with my -1? Oh boy. I think you might have been. I think you've actually might have been. Right, let's just turn landing lights off a minute, save some power. So we've got no oil pressure. We haven't run out of fuel. Just to prove it to you, we haven't run out of fuel. That's our fuel gauge there. We are not out of fuel. I think I must have clicked on something when I was moving Navigraph. So firewall is on. That's fine. That's good. That's where we want it. Flaps are 20. Fuel is on. That's really all there is. We're just going to wait for the ITT to come down a little bit because you shouldn't really hot start it like that. You can actually damage the engines. And you can damage it in this aircraft as well. They've simulated the damage. So we're going to let that come down a minute. Let's be honest, I think you were correct with your -1. So I see you tried half of the process, turning it off and on again. Haven't got there yet. We're going to start it again in a minute. Just waiting for that ITT to come down. This one here. I can't believe it just died. It's just about to take off as well. Why? Like I say though, that has happened before, so I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. I don't really know why. Basically, I think to take off from here, I think we just need to floor it and hope for the best. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Let's see if the ITT is down. I want it to come down to about 200 before we start it up again. $220. It's coming down quite quick now, surprisingly. So actually, one way we can bring it down quicker is turn the fuel off. Go for a restart. Turn the ignition back on. We'll do low start. Fuel pump on. Let that start up. Wait for that to get 14%, and then we can do a low idle. That will help cool that down. Should do. Okay, I'm going to put the fuel on. I think it's broken. It's not starting up. It's not starting up properly. I think it's broken. I think we've crashed. I think it's broken before. I think you're right. -1. How the heck did you know that? It's not starting up properly. ITT's not coming up either. Fuel is on now. Firewall is on. Not really much point in putting the prop forward, I don't think, really, but that just changes the pitch of the blades. Yeah, it's just not doing it. I think we might have broke the plane. Which is kind of annoying because the only way to fix it is to actually come out of the game completely and load back in again. Which is kind of annoying. Because in the flight planning stage, if you modify where you start from a flight plan that you've already configured, it will change everything from the start point. I'll show you so you can see what I mean. Alright, we're gonna shut down. We're gonna try it one more time. So we're gonna turn everything off for a moment, as if starting from nothing. Okay. Alright, let's just check it here a minute. That we haven't just weirdly run out of fuel. No, we've got 46% fuel there. More than enough for what we need. Absolutely more than enough. So, interesting. It was literally flying just fine. Just sat there idling a little bit. 53 hours I've done in this thing, so it's not like this is new. Block time is 12. Is that 12? 120 hours, which is nothing. Which is nothing. Shouldn't just die like that. Alright, so let's go for a restart. We've got fuel on already, so that's fine. Firewall is on. We'll keep it on this one for the moment. Let's just have a look at the engine settings a minute. Pressure is low because, well, it's not running. If we turn that on, you'll see the pressure go up. Ignition we're going to turn on. Low start. Should be about 14 right now. Yeah, it should be going a lot faster than that at the minute. Generator on. Starter off. Pump on. Off, I mean. Yeah, I think it's blown. I think we must have damaged something. I don't know how we've done that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any... Oh, sorry. I don't think we're going to get anywhere in this aircraft, so we're going to have to go back for some repairs. Because even doing a reset, if I show you now, I do a restart, it'll take us back to the original airfield we're at, but we can always just cheat and get to the one we were at. You'll see that in a minute it won't start as well. So this is going to restart the entire thing that we've just done from the starting airfield. I don't get it. Really don't get it. Yeah, if anyone knows why that would be, what did I do wrong? Apart from try and fly it. See, it started now. So we're back at the beginning airfield, so... kind of annoying. So what I might do is... We'll do this one again. We'll take off from here again. Once I get in the air, we'll yaw it over to the one that we were at. I think that's probably best. And then we'll try and do it the best way we can to carry on. Oh, how annoying. Anyways, we've got 20 degrees of flaps. Props forward, high idle. And right rudder is not set automatically because it automatically started the aircraft, so we need to put that in ourselves. Bit of right rudder trim. I think you need about 20% right rudder trim, but I can't see what that's set at, so I'm just kind of winging it. So let's go. Again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Chloe, thank you for the follow. Oh, God. This is a scary takeoff. Look at that slope.
Oh, yeah.
Mayday, hey, thank you for the follow. Damn. I don't know what happened. Right, let's get back out of here. Alright, shall we get in the air? Let's get in the air and then you're over to the next airfield, where we were a minute ago, basically. Okay, so we're just going to max it. Well, not max it, but not over stress the engine on takeoff. Laps are already set, 99 point something. Let's just go for it, shall we? Bit too much right rudder trim maybe. And airspeed is good. We're going to rotate now. Rotate. Thank you. See the slope on that airfield though. Holy moly.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I don't plan on sinking, that's for sure. Just going to follow this little valley down here just to keep our... we're at 100 now, so we can get rid of the flaps.
Biac Center Whiskey November Delta 100 is type 1 miles north of Whiskey Alpha Victor
Oh,
Bravo
that's a shame. That's really
5100
disappointing. I want to try and get this this at least done for this stream. Hey, matey.
Whiskey
How you
November
doing?
Delta 100 Biac Center.
And again, thank you for the
Squawk
follows.
2441.
Very, very appreciated.
Squawk 2441 Whiskey November Delta 100.
Whiskey November Delta 100 radar contact 2 miles north of Whiskey Alpha Victor Golf 5,300
Alright,
feet.
same as before. Right turn.
UNH 29er
I
decimal
think it was right turn. Yeah, right turn down that valley there.
Roger, Whiskey November Delta 100.
I do not have a hair tie. Good speed, good speed. Bring our prop back in just a minute. It just died again. The engine has just died again. What the... I was literally doing nothing mid-flight, just flying mid-flight. Let's do a restart. Oh, our engine's blown. The ITT's shot up again. Oh, we're screwed. Mayday, mayday, we're going down. Already, just after takeoff. There's no way we can make that airfield now. We're too far around the hill there, so let's go down here, I guess, and crash into the trees. Or by the river. Oh my god. What is going on?
Don't sink.
Nah,
Don't
ITT's
sink.
too high
Don't
now, so we're
sink.
never going to get it
Don't
to take
sink.
off.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't.
Alright,
500.
a controlled crash. Here we go. There's no escaping this. It's inevitable. We're going down. Aren't you glad you followed? Honestly, I have no idea why it's doing this. It's the first time it's done this. In mid-flight, as on a climb out. I mean, you can watch it back and see what I did wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I did everything correct. Oh, well, here we go. We're going to crash. Oh, boy. So something is seriously wrong, I think. We're going to have to go back to the main menu and reload, because I think that's the only way you can actually repair the flight. Repair the aircraft is to actually go back to the main menu. I think they're going to fix it so that you don't need to do that in the next version of the Kodiak 100, but they haven't done that yet. They're waiting for Sim Update 10 to come out. So I don't know what the heck's going on there. So we're going to reload that. If I can find the correct button. We're going to try that again, because that was awful. And we'll try and get where we were before. Okay, so I think we actually got... wow, yeah, that was it. Wowie, wasn't it? We were on our way to that one. So let's see if I can modify it and make that our... Yeah, so we've got a little ways to go. Some of them are quite long legs, but it's kind of been interesting. We've only got this far. Can't believe we've only got that far. Come on. Thrander has a better Cody. I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it. So we're going to set that as departure, and it will wipe out the entire run. So what I'm going to do, add a couple of flights in, I think. Runways. On our way, and we'll just go with that. We'll just go with that, I think. Let's not make them so easy. I want some difficult ones. So I think that was one of them. And we'll add that one. And let's find something in the mountains here. That's definitely not in the mountains. Although it could be... That's a bit easy to land at, isn't it? We don't want this to be too easy, do we? So... yeah, we'll add that one. Yep, add that one. What I was trying to actually do is find ones near a river or something like that, because then I thought that would be quite cool. So we've got a river there. I mean, there's lots of rivers, but I can't remember the ones that we were going to now. And then there's this really long bit. A lot of mountains there. So any suggestions? A model for X-Plane 11. Ah, okay, nice. Who makes the one for X-Plane 11? Just out of interest. How long has that been out? A while, I'd imagine. Never played X-Plane 11. I can't remember where it was. Ah, so that's the one. There's one there. I want to add a few more. I don't want it to be... I don't want the hops to be too long. There isn't that many near there now. So yeah, okay, we'll do that one. Add that one. We're going to add this one. So the flight plan is going to change. If you're already on our Discord, I posted the flight plan that we were going to be using for this stream on Discord. So obviously, as you can see, I'm changing that now. So there's that. But you know, you can go on to Flight Sim if you've got the Sim Update 10 beta. If you're like part of that, you can do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to see you. So yeah, West Europe is where you need to go if you're going to join in. You're more than welcome to join in. This looks fairly flat, this bit, so let's find some near here. These are river runways, I like to call them. Moi. Which one should we do? Let's do that one. Right, I think that's it. And then we're going to end at on runway 12, or whichever runway we decide to land on it, depending on the wind. There, so just over an hour. And yeah, this is the only way you can repair your aircraft. So we're gonna bump that up a little bit because you need a bit of weight. Fuel's fine. We've got plenty of fuel. Let's set our lifetime No, we're not going to do live time, so it probably would have been, what was it, 9:30? So we'll make that about 10 now. I reckon it must have been about 10 o'clock. And I actually want to pick, there's no points at this one, so there's no gates. Runway, gate, or parking. What I don't want it to do is auto start the aircraft. I mean, it's not a major thing. I could get away with that, I suppose, but I like to start it myself. So we just go with that and see what happens. It auto started, so not much I can do about that. It did it for me. Oh well, there we go. Can't have everything, I suppose. So let's make sure GPS is on. Yep, GPS is there. Yep. Let's make sure it's set up everything correctly. So one thing it never does is rudder. See, this is all the same. That stays the same, and that just keeps going unless you delete the aircraft from your folder and re-add it, as far as I can tell. So that's all fine. Rudder I normally do, normally about on the line, I think. Otherwise there's just too much right rudder for this aircraft, and you have to then counteract that with left rudder on your pedals or whatever you use for rudder. It is what it is. Alright, bypass on. Looks like everything else is pretty much set up. We've got a trim of 38. Minus 38. Both fuels are on. Firewall on. And I think we're good to go. So we've got 19.8 miles to go to Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey November. So if you do want to join in, you're more than welcome to. So one thing I've just noticed is put me a little bit down the runway, so I'm going to reverse around and give myself a bit of room here, because we're at the same place now. Let's hope we can do it this time. So let's turn around, shall we? Get ourselves as far back as we can. Oh, hello, Moggy. And by Moggy, I mean cat. Oh, come on, what's with the freezing? Okay, we're not on the runway. We're slightly off to the right-hand side, but that's okay. Actually, no, it might slow us down on takeoff, so we're going to re-maneuver. Turn around. Because the grass is slightly less cut here. Whether that makes any difference when you're taking off or tacting or anything, I don't actually know. Not entirely sure on that one. I would hope it does. But I don't know, it's not something I've ever tested. Mayday says, yeah, by Thoranda Designs, been out for years. Oh, nice, cool. Good, well I'm glad it's a better one. So what makes it better? Just out of interest, not like, I don't, as long as if it works for you, great, use it. But I'm just curious as to what is actually better about the X-Plane 11 version of it. I'm just curious to know. Alright, so for some reason we've still got 30 degrees of flap set, so let's get that back up to 20. And our current altitude is 2,709, 80, 90, 80, just over 80. So our takeoff power, temperature 22 degrees, 2016, nearly 3,000 in it, so probably 14. Let's go 1,500. we'll take off if we can reach that. I've not actually been able to reach what this chart says, but then this chart is made for the version 1, not the version 2 that this one is, so it might be slightly different there in the engine. No unexplained failures. Oh, right. Well, I suppose there is that. I mean, that's the one thing that they've got in this, is that, I mean, I don't know, I'm not familiar with X-Plane 11. Obviously, somewhere between me taking off at the beginning and of this stream even, and getting to the point where we failed, something was wrong with the aircraft. I've got failures are off, but the failures for the aircraft itself are... Actually, no, I think failures are on. I can turn them off if I wanted to, but I kind of want a little bit of realism, so... I've got stress damage on and all that kind of stuff, but aircraft, I thought I had turned off. Maybe it's just on in this aircraft. I don't know. But yeah, you can damage the aircraft if you start it wrong or and all that stuff. It's, I think it's good attention to detail. But if you just want to take off and fly around, then just turn damage off, I guess. Alright, so what did we say? 15. We're going to try for 50. What did I say it was? 20 degrees. Oh no, it's 22 degrees now. It's gone up a little bit. We'll go for 20. And 2000. So yeah, 1500 RPM. Or take off if we can get that. Not sure how the avionics are. Most Microsoft Flight Sim avionics are not fully implemented. It does look good. Haven't flown it yet. It is a very good aircraft. Very good aircraft. It does look good. Yeah, indeed. It does actually look really good. Obviously, this is with the New Tribes Missionary Bush Pilot livery on it, and customised it obviously to show my thing I like to use when I'm flying around PNG and all that. But yeah, it's not bad. It's a really good aircraft. Obviously the livery is just the livery, you know. But I just think the attention to detail to actually being able to damage the engine and the starter and all that kind of thing. That's the other thing, the starter on it also has a lifespan. I can't remember how many starts you can get out of it in one kind of session. If you go back to the menu, it just kind of restarts, but I don't know. I don't actually know how much that is. Anyway, let's take off, shall we? So we're going to try for 1500. If we can get that far. It's pretty new. It's been out a little while. It's been out a good few months now. 1500. There we go. Oh, I should have taken off from the other side. The trees are slightly lower. Damn it. This might not end well. This is not going to end well. We're not even at 60 yet. Jesus. Okay, 50 and we can take off.
Stop.
No.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay. Let's just start from this end, because I know for a fact that the other side, the trees are a little bit lower. So and also, I don't know if using yaw to move around affects the engine at all. I have no idea if that does. So it could be that something I did at the beginning of the stream to recover myself like that may have actually damaged the aircraft. So it could be that too. You're working with X-Plane 12 now, so heading in a totally different direction. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've seen some videos on X-Plane 12, and I'll be honest with you, I want it. I want it. I want it. I really do want it. Okay, so 15 again. When I say 15, I mean torque. You can buy it now. Oh, it's actually out. I thought that it was the trial. I thought it was like a beta out. I didn't realise the actual game was out. Okay, airspeed is live. $50. We're not going to make this. And rotate. And we're going to fly through the trees. Just see, those trees shouldn't be there. Pitch down a bit because we're losing airspeed. We only just, well, we wouldn't have got through that. We wouldn't have been able to take off. That airfield definitely needs some work, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to head off down this valley here on the right hand side. This bit here, just to help get our speed and altitude up a bit. Come on, 90, and we can get that 20 degrees of flaps out. And off it goes up to 100, and we can get rid of those flaps completely. You bought it, did you? But you can buy it, or you did buy it, is that what you're saying? 60 quid isn't so bad, that's about the same as...
Center Whiskey November Delta 100 is type 2 miles northeast of Whiskey Alpha Whiskey India, 3,000 feet. Request flight following.
Whiskey November Delta 100 by X Center. Squawk 4632.
We're not doing any
Squawk
ATC stuff.
4632, Whiskey
Yeah,
November
so what I was saying
Delta
is,
100.
let's go up to 7.5 degree pitch. Get our altitude up a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, what I was saying, that's not a bad price. That's really a good price, actually. I think that's good.
Roger, Whiskey November Delta 100.
It's certainly, yeah, it certainly looks really, really nice. I've only seen airliner stuff in it on YouTube videos at the minute, but yeah, it looks very, very pretty. I don't know about the rest of it, avionics and all that kind of stuff, but so we're gonna actually we're gonna go left here because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over that in time. So we're gonna go back left a minute. Might circle here for a minute, get our altitude up. Prop back to 2000. Oh, dead on 2000. I bet that drops down a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if it drops down. This is what I'm looking at the minute. Yeah, it did. I knew it dropped down. A lot of planes will be updated for it soon. Yeah, I bet they will, yeah. If they haven't already been, started, but they haven't already started updating them. Recently, Microsoft Flight Sim had some good Garmin ports in some of the payware planes. That's a very good thing. It seems to be the same. This seems to be the same. Yeah, so the Garmin in this one, the 1000 in this one, is using the NXI. Who makes it? I forget the name of the person that makes it now, of the company that makes it. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. You should buy it. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but for the I guess the size of the aircraft, but it's a good one to fly. Definitely worth it. I wish I had an affiliate code. You could buy it through my affiliate code. That would be awesome. No, I'm joking. It's fine. It's a really good one though. It's a fun one, especially for this kind of thing. $40 US. Wait, what? What's $40 US? This aircraft? No. Where are you buying that from? Really? No way. It was $29.99, I think, when I bought it a couple months back. Maybe a bit longer than that. That was euros. I don't know what that is in US. 40 US dollars. Oh, is that the one for the X-Plane 11? Oh, okay. That's quite expensive. But then actually, averagely, I guess, compared to other aircraft, it's okay, I guess. This one, yeah, $30. 30 euros. I don't know what that is in dollars, but... Right, so what we need to do then is get rid of this right rudder trim, because it's making us a bit uncoordinated here. Got our elevator trim back up a bit. Looks like we put a little bit of left rudder there as well, so let's centre that back up. Getting a little bit of fog. How much is this one? Yeah, so that one was last time when I bought it, like, as I just said, about 30 euros. I think you buy it in euros, but I don't know. I'm UK, so I was pounds. I think it worked out actually a little bit less, so it was 24 UK pounds, I think, something like that. So I'd imagine, I mean, I don't know what the conversion is for US, so if you go to xe.com you can do a conversion, or just Google will do that for you as well. I think they only show prices in euros on their website because obviously they're European, so I think they're European, I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they are, otherwise why put them in euros? So yeah, just do a little bit of conversion. It's definitely not 40 US, I'm pretty sure of it. It's just 6 miles, just over 6.5 miles to go now. So smooth. Why does that happen? When I say I'm praising the game and it tries to freeze up on me, that's still an issue, and it's really an annoying one, and I hope they fix that soon. For no apparent reason. I can see GPU usage drop every time it freezes like that, obviously because it's not moving, but it's a little bit weird. It's not an access, like a hard drive access issue where it's like loading more stuff. It's just the game, it freezes. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. It does it on every aircraft, no matter where you are in the world, so yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, it's well worth it. It's a good aircraft. Well, I can say that with confidence. It's the first one I've ever paid for, so it's not good because it's the first one I've paid for. It's good because I like it. For what I need, it's good enough. Okay, so I should be high enough. I can see over the mountain, this mountain here, so that generally means that I'm higher than the mountain, so that's a good sign. We're going to make that. Don't need to climb up any higher, but there's quite a few clouds in this area here, and we are going to be landing before. We're landing before that, so there it is. Oh, we're closer than I thought we were. So let's head on down a little bit, bring our torque back. Not too far though. See if I can see a windsock. Doesn't look like this is a modified airstrip as well. It looks kind of low detail at the minute, but or it just hasn't loaded it in yet. No windsock. Looks like we got a nice approach, so we should be okay on this one. Speed back a little bit. We've got way too much speed going on right now, but we are pitching quite low. So, although only 5 degrees, only 5-degree pitch. So we're going to try and hug this mountain here a little bit, give ourselves a lot of room. Just like that. And prop back forward again. Where is that runway? Is that it? I think that might be it. Okay, we can work with that. Tell the concentration is real now. Silence is golden. Yeah, a little bit hard on landing there. No reverse is needed here. It's a bit of an uphill here as well, so let's get up to the top. We need much as possible. Otherwise the plane tends to get stuck going uphill on some of these strips, so that's not a good thing we want to happen. A bit better there. There we go. Oh, good enough. Okay, we made it. Thank God. So what was that? Minus 42 feet per minute landing there. 56 knots, according to that, and a 1.15 G. A little bit hard on landing there. Do you think that would have been? Ooh, would that be too hard? I don't know. Oop. I don't know. Anyway, our next one is 27.8 nautical miles, so we will be trying to use autopilot on this one because it's quite a long flight to hand fly it. And I'm going to put pulses on, I think. Actually, no, we don't need pulses on. I'm just going to sit here for just a moment, put it in low idle. And I'm just going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Okie dokie, let's get on out of here. Should be fine to take off from this one. No problem with this at all. So 3,200 and our temperature 20 degrees now. It's cooled down a little bit. So 3,200, so we go 3,000 on here and about 20, so 1560. Between 15 and 1560 we take off. Okay, let's go. Oh, hello, are you okay? Flap set up. Let's do this. Right, before we take off. Right rudder. Prop forward. High idle. You can take off on low idle, technically. Oh, one thing we keep forgetting to do because of the kerfuffle that was going on earlier, we didn't reduce any of our weight, so let's get rid of all the pod weight down to 0. That will help a little bit. 0. It's reduced it a little bit. My co-pilot's taking a wander. Where's he gone? Where's my co-pilot gone? I have no co-pilot. He's gone. Is it because it's at 40? I think in this aircraft you have to put 50 in to show anyone in the seats or anything, although they're 44 and they're showing people, so that's weird. My co-pilot's back. He must have just quickly gone to the loo or something. Anyway. Let's go. Come on, can we get 15? No, we're not going to get 15. $14.70 will do. Airspeed is alive. And rotate. Whoa, that nosed up very quick, so trim is probably set wrong there. Stay at 5 degrees pitch at the moment. Can I make it out that way? Ooh. Yeah, I reckon we can go through that bit there while we're on climb. That's in the direction roughly of where we're going, so let's do that. Now we're over 100, we can pitch for 7.5. So smooth in Sim Update 10 Beer. I can't stress how much smoother it is using DLSS, to be honest. Compared to Sim Update 9, it's going to be a maybe not a game changer, but it's going to be a performance game changer anyway. That is for sure. So rather than climb over this mountain, we're probably going to go round it. That is going to add a little bit of time on, but it means we don't have to climb so high. Just skirt around them a little bit. And let's bring our prop back to 2000 as usual. That'll help speed us up a little bit as well. There you go, see our speed increasing now. It should take us roughly about between 120 and 130 knots. Once we pull the torque back to about 1250, I believe. Which we'll try and do roughly now. There we go, 130. There we go, 130. Nice. It's only going to add a couple of minutes going around this mountain, really. Not a huge amount of time, but I'd rather do this than go over that and then just have to come right back down again. It just seems a bit of a waste of time and a waste of fuel, to be honest. Especially as our next one looks like it's quite low compared to that mountain, so we'd have to then work our way back down again. It's just a lot of extra effort for no gain, really. So that's why we go around. Okay, so I'm going to do an autopilot altitude hold here. So autopilot altitude, and I can let go and give my hand a break a minute while we get back onto our track. So well, yeah, just above 5,000 right now. And we'll see how it goes from there. Inertial separator can come off now. Still a toasty 17 degrees. And we can get rid of our right rudder trim and get ourselves a bit more coordinated. And just take in the lovely scenery that is PNG. Soon to be updated by Microsoft. Thank you. Right, so we've got 22 miles to go, and we need to make a left turn. We do need to go over those mountains there, so we're going to set our altitude to 6,500, maybe, to clear that, I reckon. feet a minute climb. Nav mode on, and it should make a left turn for me now. Yeah, there we go. So I can enjoy my coffee. And also my heart rate monitor is deciding to not work on me. Why are you not working? Just had this working a second ago. Let's try it again. I think if it doesn't connect or something goes weird, it just stops working. And my watch insists on, which is what's monitoring the heart rate, insists on saying, this app is using too much battery. Let's close it. I'm trying to be helpful. But no, it's not actually being helpful. There we go, heart rate should be back now. The heart rate thing was more for when we do Phasmo. So when the next Phasmo update comes out, which should be someone in September, we'll definitely be streaming that again. Because there's a lot of new stuff coming out that we are quite excited to try. Oh, we're going to fit through that gap there nicely. This is autopilot. It's just that the track goes straight through. Oh, okay, we're going to hit that. No, we're not going to hit it. We can see over the other side, so we're good. We're going to miss it. We're still climbing. So Mayday 2Pay, if you're still there, did you buy it? Did you go ahead and buy it? Curious to know. Reached our altitude, and looks like we might have to go up a little bit more, but what I'm going to do is we're just going to go to heading mode, and we're going to actually go around it. I'm going to go heading mode and go around. Then I can keep it on autopilot, give my hand a break, and stay at this altitude. Keep our landing lights on. And we'll put pulse lights on. Pulse lights, the lights never seem to show up properly. I don't know if that's a Microsoft thing or this plane thing. It only seems to happen in this aircraft though. Other aircraft pulse normal lights, they seem to work fine, but these seem to flick like anything. And I really don't know why. Now they're not coming on at all. Okay, I've broken the lights. So if we turn them on, they come on, and then if you flick them to pulse, they don't change. So I don't know what's going on there. The other thing I've noticed, and this could be a Garmin thing, is that it won't go back on track if you go to I think if you go too far away from your track, it won't nav back onto it, which is kind of annoying. So you can see there we are 2.1 miles, nautical miles left of our track. So we can actually intersect that by going heading and then just moving the bug over to basically that, and then we'll join that back in again. And then I'm hoping we'll be able to put nav mode back on. I'm hoping. Okay. Right, I'm just testing some microphone settings because all the filters and things that I had on Streamlabs, because we've moved over to OBS now, didn't come with it. So because I'm trying to get it to cut out a lot of the background noise, so I have to. So if I speak low, and I'm speaking low right now, it's still picking me up. It's good. Yeah, so obviously I was talking then and they couldn't hear me, so that's a thing. And that's okay, because then it means I can speak up a bit and hopefully it'll cut out a bit more background noise that's going on. Right, just under 8 miles to go now. 8 nautical miles to go, and we're going to try nav mode again. There we go. Yeah, so when we go too far away from our track, nav mode doesn't work. So confirmed, that's what I need to do, be closer to the track to use nav mode. Learn something every day. We're now back on autopilot nav mode. And we're not that far, so we're going to start our descent. Although judging by the colour, it looks like the altitude, elevation of the runway is roughly, so it's on the darker orange, so about 3,000 something, so what are we at the minute? 6,000, so maybe we'll be alright where we are. Actually. We need to do a pass of it anyway, because I'm not entirely familiar with this runway. So, yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll stay at this altitude for now. Still no. Oh, we got wind data now. That's working again. One knot, 1 knot crosswind, 1 knot tailwind. But it doesn't seem to be changing. It's definitely a wind because you can see it moving around like that. If there's no wind, it would just be nice and flat, nice and stable. It's definitely nothing to worry about, of course, but you can see the wing moving up and down there, just ever so slightly. So there's obviously some wind. I'm pretty sure it's more than 1 knot. Right, see if we can get a visual of the runway. Because we're really not that far away now. Less than 3 miles. Might actually be lower than that, so I'm going to make a damn cloud. I can't see anything. I can't see anything through this cloud. Ah, is that it? Is that the runway? Kind of looks like a very crappy runway, but yeah, I think that's it. That is it. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely it. Right on the mountain. So we've only got one approach really from across the river. So we need to head back probably to that mountain, and get ourselves lined up. So that's going to try and take me to the next one, but we're actually going to turn off autopilot now and come right round. And not lose my bearings too much. I think the mountain that I was looking at was over there. I need to find the runway again to find my bearings. I'm sure it was that mountain there. Let's head for that one anyway. And we'll take it from there. Hopefully we'll be able to see it in a minute. Let's go back. Oh, see, they're flashing now. Just about. They're just about flashing. I've lost the runway. Down around here somewhere. That might have to do a double pass again just to verify where it is. It's a bit difficult because it really looks like I only get one shot at this because of the mountain on the other end of the runway. This could be another bad one. No problem. sure the runway was down in this direction. Just need a visual. Cannot see it. Oh, is that it? I think that might be it. Right. Okay, we're going to go 20 degrees flaps, that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Going on to final now, hopefully. We're lined up roughly. Yeah, there we go. Full flaps. A bit fast, we might have to do a go around. Literally idle right now. Oh, we are going to continue, I think. Bit steep, but I think we might be okay.
Stall.
Hard. 20 degrees flaps, let's try and get up this hill. It's going to be really difficult in a minute if we stop. So come on, get round. You. Oh, we made it, yes. Brakes. Brakes are on. Bring it to low idle just a moment. Oh boy. That looks like a scary, I'm not gonna lie, that looks like a scary takeoff. And I didn't realise there was a slope at the end as well. It's fine down there, but once you get up here, well, I mean, it gives us a bit of a speed boost, I guess. But we should be fine. Should be fine for takeoff. But I'd really prefer to start right at the top of the runway there. Don't know. Anyway, we're going to let some people off. That'll also help with our weight. Wait for that to populate in a moment. That's minus 245 feet per minute. That is a hard landing. 59 knots, 1.21 Gs. Yeah, it was a very hard landing. I don't know what my heart rate was. What did it go up to? Did anyone notice what my heart rate was on that approach? Must have been about 100 or something. It isn't that high, but it would have definitely gone up. That's for sure. Alright, so what we're going to do is we've still got some in the front cargo hold there, so we're going to get rid of that. Going to get rid of 2 people as well, because they've just gone on to do some, I don't know, teaching or something, I don't know. And so that will reduce our weight a little bit more as well, which is exactly what we want. So our next one is again 13.9 miles to go to our next one, which got some mountains there, and it looks like it's fairly low. It's more green, so we're looking between 2,500 feet. elevation for that runway, so we don't want to go too high. So what we'll probably end up doing is going around the mountains maybe. Depends how what our climb rate is. Maybe come round through that. We'll see. We'll see what it's like. The weather is actually pretty clear, so it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, what I'm most concerned about here is one, clearing those trees at the bottom, and yeah, clearing those trees at the bottom. That's really all I'm caring about right now. I think we can make that. That's no problem. We're just gonna go straight, and then we'll go where we need to go. But can we make it? Let me just get on with it, shall we? Fuel's good. We have 50% fuel left. So prop forward. High oh, cool. And right rudder trim to about there, I think. In this one, which is actually, there's no percentage. I've taken the tooltips away, so I can't see what the percentage is of that. But basically, the way I do it normally is if you're new to the Kodiak or you want to learn how to fly it, take off. I normally do it around the right. There's like a line there and a line there. I move the rudder over just to the right of the right-hand line, basically. It seems to work best for me. So, but you know, at the end of the day, you've got to do what's best for you. Okay, engine into bypass. Landing lights are going to be on. I think we're good. So, here we go. Watch that heart rate. 20 degrees of flaps. Fuel is... Oh, one thing we didn't check is our chart for takeoff power. Our chart is 21 degrees. So we just go 20, and our altitude or elevation is 2,560. So 1620, right, we'll go 1620 for takeoff power, but whether we actually reach that in this particular aircraft, yes, we'll find out. So 1620 is what I mean, is this bit here, torque. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully we can be airborne by that building, but not so sure. And also, I've just noticed the buildings are in the ground. I don't know what that's about. This runway needs some work, that's for sure. Already starting to move. 30, I think, is about the maximum we can get. We're going to have to bring that back a little bit because we're over NG limit 60 and climb. Barely going to cut these. Yeah, we are going to trim these trees. Oh. That's only just over a 5-degree
Center,
pitch.
Whiskey November Delta 100 is type 1 miles west of Whiskey Alpha Zulu Echo, 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
We got flight following.
Whiskey November Delta 100 by X Center. Squawk 4512.
Ignore ATC.
Squawk 4512, Whiskey November Delta 100.
We'll clear this mountain and then
Whiskey
we'll
November
kind
Delta
of set up.
100 radar.
So we're actually going in the opposite direction, so we need to completely turn around in a minute.
2,700 feet. QNH 29er.89er.
Roger, Whiskey November Delta 100.
Nice little gap there for us to get out on. What are you doing, you sussy people? And get rid of those flaps. A little bit early, but we'll be fine. And make that left turn, right turn. way. Just going to hand fly it for the moment until we get near our track, a little bit off of that right now. By a track I mean this magenta line here. Yeah, basically fly through this bit here. In a minute you'll see it. Lower than we are, so that's good. That's a good thing. Right, so let's do a pass first, and then because we're really close now. Where is it? Really close. Still, there we go. So over the river, so it's basically somewhere that might be in there. Yeah, that's definitely. So we know where it is basically. Right, we're gonna go manual now. Top off. Oh, it looks like trees at both sides of the runway again. Not what we want. So this might be one that hasn't been edited yet. I think probably better to come from this direction. Looks like the trees here are higher. I'll do flyby first. Close enough to see any detail yet. There just isn't anything there. Oh, ski buildings, no windsock. Definitely looks like it hasn't been modified. That looks like actually we might be better off coming from this direction. Potentially. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the left hand turn here. we'll try. We'll try and approach that way and see how it goes, I think. So I've lost sight of the runway, so I'm going to have to climb up again. Ah, there it is. So basically I need to try and aim for these here. It's a discoloured patch here. Overshot the runway there. Bring our flaps back down again. Assuming that is the runway we're supposed to land at. I don't actually know if it is, but we're gonna try it. Looks like it's got to be the one. It's got to be. And we're going to do our 20 now. 20 degrees of flaps, that is. That discoloured patch there is this bit here, so that's definitely the runway. Still line up, yeah, that's fine. Landing lights need to be on now. And as always, full flaps on final. And that's probably the smoothest landing of the stream so far. That was, I'm impressed by that. So what did we get? Oh, that was a hard one. 1.01 G landing there, 63 knots, minus 363 feet per minute. I thought that was fairly smooth, but that sounds really hard, actually. Right, so we're going to load off, offload some more passengers here. So zero those out to get rid of them. So that rules. Every time I do that, it resets the fuel as well, which is kind of annoying. I wish it wouldn't do that. Again, Microsoft Flight Sim. So, yeah, I don't think we've got many more to go now. 70 nautical mile for this next one, so it's quite a long one. 50% fuel is more than enough for this, so that's absolutely fine, but it is a long run. So we're going to make our climb up to 8,000. Let's just have a look at the map a minute. So it's our penultimate. Maybe we don't need to go up to 8,000. I reckon probably 6 or 7 or something like that. Yeah, so we can go down this way on our climb or out that way. Got plenty of choices there, so we should be good. If the sim doesn't keep freezing on me, and that would be awesome. Oh god, it's just died. I think what I've just done is I put high idle when it was on feather, so we're gonna start up again. It's done it again! ITT's just shot up. So I think I'm going to test this. I think I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop the stream. I just want to test this out on stream actually, so I've got it recorded. When the prop is in feather and you bring it to high idle, it seems to kill the engine. It shouldn't have died. It really should not have died like that. That's ridiculous. So 57.8 hours now, 136 or 13.6 hours. So what we're going to do, it looks like we're not going to be able to finish this, essentially. So we'll just do a restart. But no, we know restarts keeps the same engine condition. You actually need to come out of the sim and go back in. It's kind of annoying. They are going to fix that, I think. The restart should technically be like starting again. It's a restart, so you should be starting from fresh. That's how I view it. So while we're just sat here, we're just dying again. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Restart doesn't fix the problem. So we're just going to load into remember the airstrip that we were at. Let's go back. I think it was a 70-mile. Just load the flight plan. I think that's probably best. So just quickly load that up. I just want to know if this is a thing and if it's just something that I'm doing. So I think it was, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm going to set that as our departure and just do a straight to, direct to. Let that load up. We're going to try it. Obviously, the plane's going to be already started. It'll be fine because everything's been repaired. But what we're going to do, we're going to try and break it again. Because clearly I'm either doing something wrong or I found a bug or something. I don't think it's a bug. I know there are issues with this aircraft, but I've never had this happen before, so I don't know if this is a sim update 10 beta thing. So we're going to bring the prop back to feather. I'm going to bring it to low idle. And let that do its thing. Settle down a minute. As it was a minute ago. So effectively, we're just pretending we've just landed, is basically what we're doing here. So the engine's just been running there for a few minutes or so on low idle in feather configuration. Just here. It's down there actually, so. Where would I put that doing it myself? So, just so we can get the same. That changes the rock pitch. Down there. The MP rising. Got confused. That would be where it would be if it was there. Okay, so I think it's leveled out now, so we're going to bring that down. Oh, now it's doing it. Our ITT is currently in the green, so all is good. Ah. NP's gone down to 340 now, where it was a minute ago. Now we're going to bring the fuel condition lever up to high idle. Right, and it dies. Now if I try and bring it back, and I try and do a restart, it restarts. But it wouldn't do it a minute ago. It's not restarting properly though, is it? Because we're on low idle. Our NG is above 21. Is 21. But now it's not starting up properly. Oh, our ignition's not on. But that is now starting up. So I don't know what the heck is going on here. What I think I might do is snip it out the bit where I just had that issue a minute ago. And then send that to Simwork Studios, who make the aircraft, to see if they can see if it's something that I'm doing, or if it's something well, something that I'm doing, or if it's just an aircraft issue that they already know about, or if it's just a Sim Update beta issue. I mean, maybe it'll be fixed when Sim Update 10 comes out next week, or this coming week, hopefully, and then maybe it'll just work. I'll try it again, actually, once the update's out, and we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, a bit weird, a bit disappointing that we've had to end it here. I think I'm going to end it early. I've been streaming for, 4 hours now, and we had a bit of a time at the beginning of the stream trying to get the stream working in the first place. There were, 4.5 hours in to this particular stream, not including the fuffle at the beginning of the stream. So, yeah, so I'm going to end it here. So thank you very much for all those that watched. I noticed the views went up to about 10 or something, which is super great. So we had a couple of new followers, so I really do appreciate that. And yeah, maybe we'll catch you in the next one. Check out the schedule. I'm going to try and keep to the schedule as far as I can. Not always possible. That's why we're streaming today. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I think the schedule I've got Friday and Saturday at 10 o'clock or something like that. I'll try for whatever reason. But I will try and stick to those. But yeah, get on over to Discord, !Discord, in the chat, and you'll get the link to that. Discord is the best place to know if I'm going to do an ad hoc stream or not, like today. Wasn't one planned for today, but I thought, let's do one. Why the hell not? And then we had all the issues at the beginning of the stream. But anyway, it was fun. Flew to some strips that I hadn't ever been to before. Some very challenging ones, and yeah, it was good fun. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!